Hello everybody, and welcome to a new series that is actually a continuation of a series. Basically, this is my continuation for the Civilization Beyond Earth series that I did. If you remember, I was playing Civilization Beyond Earth, answering your questions. Basically, it was an AMA that I made, Ask Me Anything. You guys were giving me topics I would talk about, and I've decided to stop playing that on Civilization Beyond Earth. Reason for that is Civilization Beyond Earth is just so very complicated, and I kept not talking. I kept switching back and forth from topic to gameplay, and it was just not satisfying for me. So I've decided to take a simpler game that I know quite well, and this is Bloons Tower Defense 5. I love this game. I really do. I love it so much I bought it on iPad, and I have it now on Steam as well. I can only recommend it. It's basically what its name says. It's tower defense, and I'm gonna be playing this. I'm gonna be playing it on easy to start with. Just take it easy. And you guys, there will be things that pop up, like here it tells me that I have to buy towers over here and place them so they can pop balloons. I will always try to leave this stuff up a bit longer so you guys can stop the video and read it if you're interested in the game. I can only recommend it if you're looking for a short game that doesn't take too long to play, and that you can play if you're doing something else on the other side. For me, sometimes that's watching television. So yeah, I kind of want to get back to this series. I have, in the turbulent times that have been going on, let's speed this up. In the turbulent times that have been going on lately, I have not had a chance to get back to this. Look at that, I already got the next tower. So this is a tack shooter. Let's place that here. Not an awesome place, but good. Yeah, I always wanted to get back to it. Never really got around to it, and that's a level up for my dart monkey. And now I'm back. Let's give it the long range darts. Now I'm back, and now we're gonna be talking about some more of your topics that you have given me. Hey, come on, that's not fair. There we go. Just place another one. Some of the topics that you have given me that I want to be, investigating together with you guys. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 topics that you guys have given me along the way that that I can talk about, and I'm just gonna start at the top and work my way down. I'll usually play one round on easy, which is 50 rounds in this game. So I should get, enough time to actually talk about a topic and then end the game afterwards. Alright, let's talk about topic number 1, suggested by Sam. Sam, always a very good suggester of the topics. Thank you for that, Sam. Topic number 1 is, I want this ape to shoot at the strong tower balloons. Topic number 1 is my arachnophobia. If you don't know, I hope you do, but maybe you don't. Arachnophobia is the fear of spiders. Well, not just spiders, arachnids. What are they called? Scorpions are arachnids as well. Look it up. It's true. For me, I mean, if I had a scorpion in the room, I would be a little scared, because scorpions are, poisonous. Many of them, anyway. And that would kind of freak me out. But all in all, I am mostly scared of spiders. And all the things that you can tell someone who is scared of spiders, like, you know, the spider is more afraid of you than you are of the spiders. Hell no. That spider is never as afraid of me as I am of it. I can tell you that much right here and now. Hell no. It started, I learned along the way of my arachnophobia, I learned that arachnophobia is actually a learned fear. So you learn it from someone else. You learn that spiders are something that you need to be afraid of, and then you start being afraid of them as well. Apparently, that's what I hear. I think I learned it from my youngest sister because she was afraid of spiders. I don't know how she got to be afraid of spiders, but I think I learned it from her. I am pretty sure she was the one who first confronted me with fear of spiders. For me, it was always like I'm always disgusted by spiders, if you want to say that. The thought of a spider touching me is really disgusting to me. And for a long time, that was not so bad. I mean, I would just avoid spiders, you know? It's not that difficult to avoid spiders. Sure, sometimes they will suddenly be there and you'll be surprised and scared. But they're not that difficult to avoid. So I do that. But then, and I learned that stress can increase, yeah, Regrow Bloons, we know that. Stress can increase the amount of fear that you feel. And for a few years now, I have been on, not extremely stressed out, but I've been on a heightened level of stress at work and in private life. So I level up for the boomerang guy. Oh yeah, that was him. So my fear of spiders increased as well. And you might have heard me talk about, you know, what I look like. I am quite tall. I think I'm 1 meter and 82 centimeters tall. I think that's about 6 feet. I am quite heavy. I'm not going to tell you the exact the exact weight, but it's let's say it's more than it should be, and so I'm quite heavy, and so I'm definitely stronger and larger than any spider that you can imagine, obviously. But still, they scare the freaking crap out of me, I can tell you that much. They really do. I'm just upgrading these towers because this map is quite easy. You just need to kind of spread out your guys after a while. So they get attacked everywhere. Let's put a guy here. There we go. Camo Bloons. Yeah, we know about those. So basically, a few years ago, my fear of spiders started increasing. And let's get rid of this guy. We don't need him. Do we need him? I don't think we need him. Let's sell him again. That was the first time I've ever sold a cannon or something, I would say. So it came to a point where my fear of spiders got so strong, so bad, that if I saw a spider in a room, I could not concentrate on anything else anymore. I would only concentrate on the spider. Nothing else. What would that do? Basically, I remember a time when I was sitting in a meeting with the team that I was working with at the time. My boss was there, and he was talking about something. I can't even remember what it was. He was talking about something, and I suddenly realized that there was a tiny, tiny spider, really tiny. We're talking about fingernail size, making its way down a little thread, down a thread, onto his shoulder, and it climbed down his arm, onto his chest, down his leg, and onto the floor. And I watched it the whole time. I did not hear a word of what was being said. I was just, my eyes were glued to this eight-legged thing that was working its way towards the floor, and then finally towards me. And when it came too close, I stepped on it and killed it, because that was the only way I could see of getting out of that particular predicament. So that was one thing, but it started to get even more weird. So after a while, I started working at this new place where I work at now, this library. And after a while, I realized that every time our library is set up after the decimal classification system, which basically makes it so you have, topics standing next to each other. And we have a topic which is biology. All the animals, are split up into different groups, and the books that are talking about these groups are then put in there. And we also have medicine, and medicine is right next to biology. So I started to realize that whenever I had to go get a book out of the medicine section, which was right across the aisle from the section on spiders, and we did have, or we do have, still have a lot of books on spiders, I would start feeling scared while standing in front of the medicine section, because I knew that in my back I had the section on spiders. I am not kidding you. This is real. I was scared of the books in my back. I would also get sweaty hands, heightened heartbeat, whenever I had to catalog a book about spiders. I am really not kidding. This is absolutely what happened. Okay. When I walked into a basement, or I walked into a garage, stuff like that, places where spiders could potentially show up, I would always check for them on the ceiling. In a basement with a lot, how sometimes there's a lot of spider webs hanging about, which aren't really spider webs, they're just dust, dust things hanging around. I would constantly scan these things to find a spider hanging in there, and when I did, I would watch it like a hawk, just to make sure that it doesn't, jump at me. I have no idea, but I don't intend that I don't accidentally touch it or something. It's crazy. Oh my God, some balloons got through. I need to start giving us more of a defense here. Let's have a guy here seeking ninja discipline. So that was pretty crazy, and eventually I realized that I love to travel. Traveling is one of my favorite pastimes. I mean, I love seeing new places and getting to know new people. So traveling is big for me, right? Really important. And I started to realize that I would start crossing places off my list because of the spiders that live there. And as Sam, who asked this question, knows, and that's probably why she asked the question, I still, I would never go to Australia because everybody tells me that there's a ton of spiders in Australia and that you always run into them. And that's the reason I wouldn't go. But when I started realizing how serious a problem I had, the moment that I started thinking about not going to the United States again, because let me tell you, I have been to the United States many times now, like almost 10 times. That's a lot of times to be visiting a place. 10 times. And I have lived there for half a year. I have worked there. I have walked through fields in which there were spiders. And I realized I was having a problem I had a problem when I found out that all of the United States is basically Black Widow territory. Black Widow, if you don't know, is a dangerous spider. I found out about that, and I honestly started thinking about, do I ever want to go back there? And that was the moment I realized, alright, something is seriously wrong with you. Seriously wrong, because I love going to the United States. I have many friends there. I would never not go there anymore. Alright? So, that was the moment where I figured out, alright, now I really have a problem, like a real problem. I need to fix this. And I decided to do something that I never thought I would ever do. I went to see a shrink, seriously. Of course it's not a psychiatrist. What it is instead is a behavioral therapist, something like that. They have a really nice name for it. And I remember calling that person and getting her on the phone. She's quite a nice lady. I got her on the phone, and she told me that she would, help me get over this problem. And I was really happy because it was a problem. It really was. So she told me she'd help me get over this problem. And I remember going there the first time, and the whole night before, I slept so badly because I was certain that when I got there, she would like jump a tarantula on me or something. I was certain that would happen. She would throw a giant spider at me, or suddenly I would have it on my leg or whatever, and she would just force me to live it out. At the time, obviously, I had no idea how this whole therapy thing works. None of that happened. It took me a while to get through that therapy because it takes a while to do all the things, all the steps. You have to write down, what is it that scares you? How much does what scare you? What, for me, the order in which things scared me was basically pictures of spiders, spider-shaped objects, spider videos, and then actual spiders, something like, or places where spiders can be, something like. I can't remember the exact things that I wrote down, but I had to write all that down. And we just started at the top of the list and worked our way down. We started out by looking at pictures of spiders. And at the time, remember this, at the time I had trouble putting my hand on a picture of a spider. Alright? A picture, like in a magazine. I could not put my hand on a picture of a spider. That was how bad I was doing. And so she made me do that. Then we started, having, like, she had a toy for her dog that looked like a spider. She would give that to me, and she would keep talking to me and asking me, how do you feel about this, talk to me about what this makes you think, etc., etc. And that got really, really easy really fast. So really fast, I didn't have any trouble anymore. Like, touching spiders wasn't a problem. Spider pictures, not spiders. Touching spider pictures, not a problem anymore. So we continued, spider videos. We went to YouTube, of course. I was around 50 already. Went to YouTube, and holy crap, that was one of the scariest days of my life. I watched all these spider videos, and I was so cramped up afterwards because watching that stuff, it was just terrible. All these videos on YouTube with spiders. Just type in large spider in YouTube. You'll see the videos I saw. And I think we're done. Yep, we completed this track on easy. So I'm just going to finish this story real quick. She actually had to do a relaxation thing with me afterwards because I was so tense from watching all these videos. And then we worked our way up to the point where I finally had a spider on my hand. And again, it was an itsy bitsy spider. It was small. It was not a tarantula or something like that. It was really small. It was the most terrifying thing I ever done. Terrifying as hell. Today, I am by far not over arachnophobia, but I'm definitely doing much better with it. I am not as afraid anymore of all the things that it can do to me. I know how to react to it. I know how to accept the fear and live through it. I won't lie to you. If a big spider sat on my leg suddenly, I'd shriek. You could hear that. I'd be scared. All right. So yeah, that is the story of my arachnophobia. It's still there. It's not as pronounced anymore as it used to be. It doesn't restrict my life as much as I used to. Still not going to Australia. Sorry, Sam. But yeah, that is basically all I can tell you about arachnophobia. So hope you guys enjoyed this little story and you enjoyed this new, much more brainless game that we're playing here that I can just talk over much easier. And if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you have ideas for more topics, let me know. I'll continue doing these. I like to play this game, so I like to upload the stuff. And I'll talk to you next time. Hope to see you then. Bye bye.